Hello and welcome. In this tutorial, I will display how we can play an audio file in C#. The task is to play an audio file and display the bytes on the console meanwhile the audio file is being played. We're gonna stop the audio file when all the bytes has been written to the console. So the task is to play an audio file. We're gonna play the audio file on a task. We're gonna read the byte, and then we're gonna stop the audio file when the bytes has been displayed to the console. So let's start the project. First, we need an audio file. I already downloaded an audio file from the internet, and the audio file for me is here in the D drive here. So you can just find a random audio file. So I'm going to create a path to this audio file. So I'm going to do string path audio is equal to, and I do write it here. And the audio file name, I will just right click and change name and take the file name and add extension, which is wave. So here is my audio file. Now I want to play the audio file. So I can use a library called system, or that is in system.media.soundPlayer. Player is equal to new system.media.soundPlayer. And in the argument here, I'm gonna pass this path to the audio file. So now this player, it has this audio file loaded. And now I want to play the audio file. However, I want to play the audio file in a background so I can do other stuff meanwhile the audio file is being played. So I'm going to create a task here. Task start factory, something like that. Factory, start new. And an anonymous function here. In this task, I will tell that this player should be played on loop. So meanwhile, if the audio file is done in the first iteration, it will restart and play it again, because we want the audio file to be played meanwhile we are displaying the bytes on a console. So this is happening in the background. While this is happening in the background, we can go on the main thread and use a static class from C# that is called file, and we can say read all bytes. And we take this audio path here, add it to the method argument for read all bytes, and it will return a byte array for us. Audio bytes here. Now we have the bytes. What I can do is that I can say audio file to list for each. Whoops. Like this. Oh wait, I did wrong. Let me do it all over again, like that. So now I have an anonymous function for this for each. So what it will do is it will go in the audio bytes. For each byte we have, it will go inside this this part of the code. And it will, for each byte you're gonna send the argument, so we can say byte content byte, maybe content byte. So we have each byte here in the list, and then we're gonna say console write line each byte. So meanwhile it does this. When we are done with displaying all the bytes, we're gonna come down here and we're gonna take this player here and just say stop. We don't want to play you when all the bytes has been displayed. And then we can say console.read key. So the project will stop here. So let's see if this works. So if I start it now, we can hear that it's playing in the background and it's displaying the bytes here. So that file was a little bit larger than I expected. So it looped through the whole file, all the bytes, and it wrote the bytes on the console here. And meanwhile it did that, it also played the music in the background. And I'm guessing you can hear the music. I haven't checked the recording, but I'm quite sure you guys will hear the music in the background. And when it finished, it came here and it stopped. And then the project is here in the read key and just waiting to do nothing. So if you look at the code one more time, we need a path to the audio file. We're gonna use the class SoundPlayer, and we're gonna load the audio file here in the construction, or in the construction for the SoundPlayer class. And then we're gonna create a task. A task is something that is run in the background. So in the main thread, does this, and then it continues. It doesn't have to stop here. And when the audio has been played, when it's finished playing, then it will continue. That's not the behavior we want. We want it to be played in the background. So when it plays in the background, we will read all the bytes for the audio file. We will display it here. And when we are done, we're gonna stop playing the music, and then we're gonna stop the project. Alright, thank you for watching. See you at the next tutorial. Bye bye.